Hello.
Hello! Welcome back to Wisdom of Wealth Live Show, easier said as Wow Live Show, a show designed to make financial matters easy and fun just for you. And as always, we hope that you will gain at least one value from today. And as you all know, right, Sue, today? What are we going
Yes.
to be talking about, Sue?
What is it about? Something interesting?
Yes, something very, very interesting, Sue. We are going to be talking all about the fun of building habits, especially your financial habits.
Wait a moment. You said the fun of building habits. What is so fun about building habits? Sometimes I will just feel like when I'm building a new habit. Don't you feel that I keep building my eating habit? You see?
Well, uh, yeah. Actually, I do feel that too sometimes, right? But I also know that I have a choice to either continue making that building habit journey something unpleasant, or Sue, I can choose to make it fun and pleasurable.
How? How to make building habits fun and pleasurable?
Ha! That is a great question. Well, why don't we ask our special guest later?
Later? Why later? Why don't we just bring her out here now?
Well, well, be patient, you be patient.
Mhm.
Because before we bring her out, I wanted to share a fun fact about building habits.
Fat.
Do you know, Sue? Habits are a way for our brain to save energy.
Really? How so?
Well, that's also another very good question, right? Now, as we all know, how habits are built through repetition of a certain behavior. So, for example, if we want to save more money so that we can begin investing, then we
Mhm.
begin by, maybe putting $1 in every day, or dollar,
Dollar.
yes, dollar, ringgit, or whatever your currency is.
Okay.
Right? So, when that behavior become a habit, our brain apparently shifts some of the responsibility to our moving limbs. And our brain no longer are actively thinking about that behavior. Can you believe that, Sue?
So are you saying that our brain is lazy?
Well, maybe.
That sound like but I get what you mean. It's like when I was driving back home and wanted to drop off some things at my friend's, right? But somehow I went on autopilot and just drove home. So that's what you mean, right?
Yes, exactly that, right? That's what I mean when we say that our brain shifts some of the responsibility to our limbs. We are no longer thinking about it. We go on autopilot. And do you want to know why our brain does that, Sue? Do you want to know?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So that's indeed interesting, right? What a fun fact.
It is, right? Our brain does that because apparently it do so to free up space or energy to focus on other things. So can you
Oh,
imagine this, Sue?
mm-hmm.
If today saving, budgeting, investing, making money becomes a natural daily habit.
That would be great, right? Because now the daily unaware habit is spending money. How about let's
Spending
bring out
money.
our guest for today?
Oh, by the way, a lot of people are saying hi. I see you. Hello. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, Atlas Victor. Band
I
Sound
see.
is a fantastic
Ron.
song. Hi, Ron. Hi,
Hi,
Nazira.
Nadisira. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi,
So you
hi,
were
all of
saying?
you. Yes. So I was talking about our guest. Actually, she is a Malaysian living in Copenhagen, Copenhagen, Denmark since 2001. 20 years, this year is 20 years anniversary. She was a quality engineering manager turned coach.
Oh, interesting. And in her profile, when she shared with us, right, she said she can be described as uncanny, and she loves asking many questions. Sil, we have
Yes.
a problem.
What is that?
Usually in our show, we are the one who ask question. If she
Yes.
asks us back question, how is that going to work?
I think our producer might hide her.
Good one. So producer, you get it right, producer.
or our sound effect master can just put.
That's a good one, right? Now, she also say she loves food.
Yeah, there's a very Malaysian of her. Musang King.
Yes. She is so Malaysian. I don't understand, right? This Malaysian living in a foreign country all the way in Denmark without Malaysian food.
Yes, no nasi lemak for 20 years.
I wonder how she survives. I'm
Yes.
kidding. Right? Now, as far as I know, she's also an amazing and caring coach, right? And she will be sharing with us today all about building small little habits that sticks. That's the key word, that sticks, because it's easy to build habits. It's not easy to make it stick, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite easy. It's for a day or two.
And one day or two, very good already. Sometimes mine can't even last a day. Right? And
Yeah.
that's good news for all of those who are tuning in. Thank you for tuning in again. Now, she comes bearing gifts, right? She have a gift for all of you tonight. And if you want to get the gift, very simple. Do you know how, Sue?
How?
How?
Call her. Go to Denmark.
She's in a short while, right? Just make sure you stay until the end of the show. That's where she'll be giving you the gifts that she brought today.
That should be great. I think there's a lot of wisdom in her also. Right. When we asked her about some of her achievement, right, she excelled in creating sanity check, ranging from software testing to overcoming burnout and building supportive habits, all in the name of balance and options.
What?
How fantastic, right? Yes.
Sanity check
Yes.
in a software testing.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Is she doing sanity check on human, robots, computers? What is it?
I suspect it's Doraemon. So I don't know actually. There is an interesting catch. Why don't we bring her out and ask her?
Okay, let's bring her out. Let's welcome Denise Tan.
Hello.
Hello, Denise.
Hello, it's great to be here.
Denise.
Hello.
Welcome to our show and thank you for taking time to be with us.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
How are you feeling today?
Pretty good. The rain has stopped and the clouds are coming through. So first month of summer, we have some rain, which is like cooling down the temperature. Very good.
I envy cooling temperature or cooling weather.
Yes,
It's
we are
hot
always
all around
hot
here.
over here. Yes. No,
Yeah,
when
Yeah.
we send you the form, right, Denise, to fill up your information, you wrote that you are excel in creating sanity check, ranging from software testing to overcoming burnout and building
yes,
supportive habits. So, what do you
yes.
mean by sanity check? Do you work on humans, computer software, robots, or I'm suspecting Doraemon right now?
Definitely not involving Doraemon. What we do in software testing, usually before we go into production, a feature, we do a top 10 value test, and those are the sanity check. If those top 10 value is not delivered in that bill, no shipping. So it's kind of like, making sure you're standing on firm ground when we're shipping software. On private life, I'm only testing two things: my energy and whether I'm hydrating myself enough.
Right? Since we talk about sanity testing, how does that relate to habits, Denise?
One thing I like to do a check-in is what makes sense, and what makes sense means is the goal crystal clear. I grew up in a Chinese family, so it's like it's always good to save money, but why? It's like it's just good, So it becomes a bit not crystal clear. Being clear about that is super important.
So I thought you're saying that, testing to see whether we are going crazy.
That's also a good test. No harm testing that.
Oh, crazy about money, crazy about food.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the
So,
food topic. Yes.
so we brought you in to share with our amazing viewers all about habits, right?
Sure.
Siu, what's your
Yes.
first question for Denise?
So, what in my mind is, many people are facing problem in building
Yes.
a new habits. Some even
Yeah.
say it is very difficult to break an old habit and build a new one. So, what is your take on that?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I'm massively guilty of, not keeping my new habits. And I want to acknowledge that old habits are really, really sticky. So one thing I recommend, or I invite everyone to experiment, is start really small. It could be 10 ringgit a week or a month, whatever number you come up with or frequency is really by your own design. That's the beauty of it. Define the small task or small habit you want to go for and just start with that. The second thing I really like is called stitching habits. So you have an established habits that you already regularly do, and you stitch something behind it. Let's create an example. I'm pretty good at brushing my teeth every morning now. That's quite established. What I can do is after I brush my teeth in the morning, I do my daily budget. So I kind of know that that day I'm going to do grocery, how much money I'm going to spend, and am I going out for lunch with friends, and decide that, hey, that's the budget for the day.
So which means if you're talking about a habit that we are already very well practiced in, right?
Exactly, yes.
So which means I can drive and eat at the same time. So let's say I want to save time in eating so that I can do my next task and stuff like that. So I just eat in the car instead.
So this is where the sanity check comes in. That would be super useful to say how dangerous it is, or does it make sense? That's how I would invite all of you to do.
Okay, understand. Hi, for those of you who just joined us, thank you so much for saying hi. We absolutely appreciate that. Now, if you have any question at all or habits that you want to build but have challenges and things like that, feel free to type your questions in the comment segment. We will do our best, right, Siu? We will do our very, very best to catch your question and ask Denise that question.
Sure.
Right? Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Right? So, Denise, since we're talking about habits and then where we do sanity check whether that is supportive or not supportive, right? How do we know if a habit is supportive or not supportive?
That's a good one. How do you feel in your gut? Does it bring you forward to your goal? Do you know how clear your goal is and track it? So when you track regularly as a habit, you kind of know which direction you're moving forward, stagnant, or going backward. So try have a reflective habit that way is super helpful to say, where am I leaking my money to?
Oh,
You,
will
where's
you?
your money leaking to, Siu?
Yeah, am I looking to? I also cannot. This is my questions. So sometimes, do you mean after I spend, I circulate money every time after I pay the guy for my nasi lemak, I think where is my money to going to him? Is the right choice or not? So
Oh,
we have
that's
to
a good
do all this
question, right? Yeah,
awareness check every time we take out money.
so that's where I feel that my daily budget, that's where I kind of know how much I want to spend. Is it within your budget? If it exceed like, okay, where is the flexibility you can stretch or just cut that way for the day or for the week? Depending how you design it, it's really up to you.
Yeah, but you see, the challenge is like, I wanna do it, but still wanna
Yeah.
cut it. It's that whole, that limbo and that like, I don't know what word to use for that.
Imagine you
Yes.
just want to buy a pair of shoes and there's a 90% sales on the shop that day.
Then
So
like Jonathan just said, Shopee.
Shopee, yeah, 7 sales, 6 sales, 9 sales. So what can I do when I feel guilty for spending money instead of saving that?
Oh, definitely. You will fall off track. It is not reasonable to say you do it perfectly from the get-go. And that is not the mindset you want to have. One mindset is you will fall off track, and the plan is how do you get back on track? So do you have fun money in your budget to say, oh, I can buy this pair of shoes because I have enough fun money for that month or for that year or whatever. Depending on how you design, this is where the experiment would come in. Fun money could be $20 a month. And then if the shoe is like $100, you only have to save 5 months. This is one flexibility you can experiment with.
Siu,
Yes.
I will put more money into my fun money.
Yes. I will just buy the $100 first and hope I can refund my funding on the next 4 months, 20 ringgit each. But the problem the next month there will be another sales.
Oh dear. The temptation will always be there. I hear you. Definitely. The temptation will always be there. One of my biggest temptation is I go to cafe 4 times a week, and I already know the salted caramel cheesecake will call me. Pick me, pick me. This is literally like, okay, it's happening right now.
Now, you very aptly put that, right? The temptation seems to be calling you out, right? How can we break that despite the temptation?
Oh, yes. One of the things I've been practicing is physically removing myself away. Especially about cheesecake, right? So I rarely pass by that cafe. I only plan to go there when I've accumulated enough celebration. We should talk about celebration a bit. And I plan the frequency, like when do I go, when do I not go? That is a very practical way, because when a physical temptation is present, shoes, cake, whatever, it is possible for you to remove yourself away.
So what you're saying is, what I'm hearing, correct me if I'm not accurate, right? Is that you create a support structure, right? A
Absolutely.
structure that you operate in, and keeping to that structure instead of keep exposing yourself to temptation.
Yes, that's spot on. And embrace that constraint. Embrace that, okay, I only have $20 for fun money. Embrace it. And you can experiment many creative ways to do it. So it could be, I want that 8K TV desperately. Can I earn more money? Can I sell some of this thing at home? Can I do partnership with my mom and sell some cakes? Be creative and embrace that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, those of you viewing, do you have any questions? If you have, feel free to just put it in the comment segment. We will ask Denise and get to your question, right? Now, we bring in Denise because we know, just like Sue and I, that certain habits is also quite challenging, right? Hence, we are here to squeeze Denise out a little bit more.
Let me cover the effect of my habit.
Denise, someone asked, right?
Yeah.
Now everything is online. Now I know that you can go to cafe and things like that over there in Copenhagen. Over here, we are still kind of in lockdown. I don't know if I just heard that restaurants are open, but I don't know if it is, right? But everything is online now, and it's constantly flashing at us every time. Facebook flash advertisement, go and watch something, flash advertisement. How can we then create a structure to handle that?
I would say, I think I learned this from Brenda. Just put stuff in the shopping cart and leave it. You create this dopamine, like, oh yeah, I clicked that thing, that's fine, leave it. And close the tab. Always close the tab, because when that happens, your basket probably will be empty, right? Then the next thing would probably be, do you have a definition of what is a want and what is a need? And I'm doing that kind of practice to say, do I really need the 8K TV? Really?
What if at that moment my mind said, I need it. I need it.
Oh.
How do I know if it's a need or a want?
Oh yeah, that is a very, very true. One of the tricks I do is do some jumping and release some energy. My body movement is part of my practice. Like, okay, it's coming loud and clear. Be very aware of that. It's pretty useful.
So it's basically cutting the current pattern lah. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm suddenly so Malaysian lah.
It's fine.
Okay. Brenda asked, for online shopping, is the lightning fingers, right? Which means it's just into cart, pay. Especially nowadays, it's so touch and go, grab, pay. Right? How to stop that?
Chop the finger.
That's one way to do it.
Just joking, Brenda. Just a joke. Don't take it seriously, okay?
That is where I want to highlight that. How committed you are to your financial goal. Is it crystal clear for you how it feels when you reach that goal? Maybe we have a goal of personal development, taking a course to up our game and professional skill, and it's like $5,000 US. So think about, you have an 8K TV. How many hours you're going to work to get that cost, and how much more you would get if you reach that financial goal and go into that course. Sight, sound, smell, and touch, reaching that goal really keep your target in sight. Being that clear will help you to say, hey, keeping awareness. That is where I would like to invite everybody to give it a shot.
Right. Sue, yes, you have something to ask? I have.
I'm just thinking, what she mean would be like, we have to make our objective, our goal for another things bigger and more aware of what we want to purchase. So to just remind ourselves on the financial goal we want, right? So, but when you are in the mood, right, sometimes also still how to switch the eye is already sticking on the phone, you know. The phone is and because of the lockdown, I think most of people already have their CVV code remember in mind. Not like last time, you had to take the credit card to flip and check. Now I think everyone remember that.
Cancel credit card, cancel credit card.
Good point. Good point. So canceling the credit card is one of the major things that I actually revamped how I save money back then when I just moved here and I have like 3 credit cards in my hands. I'm like, well, it's time to make some changes. So removing some of the credit cards. And one of the things is here, you have a credit card that links to your savings account. Make sure that doing auto transfer, move money away from that main account that you have a credit card with. Make sure like the savings is like at a distance. So putting friction between you and that money you're saving that you're aiming for is super helpful.
Maximum transfer, 500 ringgit.
There's a lot, Kitty, 500 still.
Okay, the maximum transfer 100 ringgit.
Oh, I already can hear there's a lot of pitfalls. It's a very easy trap to go into when we make habits. It is when you try to change everything in your life. You want to save more money, you want to cut expenses, you want to cut lunch, you want to avoid your friends, etc. And that overwhelms your head. Your brain will say it's in danger and it goes like, wee, wee, wee. That's not going to help. That means your habit is definitely going to break. So have some awareness of what is the fun money you can play with and aware that your brain is just in danger, but your physical body is not. You're perfectly okay on your sofa with your phone.
But there are times where it feels like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna like regret it.
It's the last day of the sales.
Last day of sale. Oh my God. Oh, one mindset. Yeah. This is one of
That's just cue for the game. You just complete your sentence, then we'll head to games.
Okay,
there
cool.
was a question from me. She's talking about don't overwhelming your mind, your brain for the change in a new habit. I was thinking how not to overwhelming our mind, because normally the more the merrier. This means you want to change more, the better, right? Maybe you can talk about that later.
Yeah, definitely we should go into that. Changing everything in your life is definitely overwhelming. Definitely we should go into that.
Yeah,
maybe go for a game first.
Okay, so viewers, help me remember. Sometimes I can be very forgetful. My apologies, okay? Remind us to ask Denise this question again, okay? What was the question against you?
Yeah, I mean, normally we want the more the better, right? So we try to change everything together. So that sounds like overwhelming. So how should we pick? Maybe you can ask Denise about that.
Sure.
Okay, so stay tuned. We're gonna go for our games now as we head to our game set. Right? Siu, what are we going to do as we head to our game set?
We're going to share the tips for today first before we head over to our game set.
Awesome. Great. Let's look at that.
Hello, Denise.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Now, Denise.
Yeah.
Are you ready to play this game?
Always, man. Bring it on.
Now, this game is simple, but not that simple.
Sound like changing a habit.
I think you have no idea about this game as well. Yeah. So now this game is called coordination.
Coordination.
In a short while, I will be demonstrating some moves to you, and your job. Siu gonna play along with you as well. I'll play along as well because I don't think I'm good at it as well, right? Your job is to do the coordinated moves smoothly, okay? We will count for you. There's a counter behind here. Someone will be counting, right? And in 30 seconds, we are going to see how many moves can you make.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Now, I'm gonna put disclaimer, okay? I learned this game, these moves from a YouTube video, another YouTube video by Brain Education TV, right? Apparently, these are some fun brain exercises to make our brain more flexible, promote neuroplasticity. When I hear that word, it sounds like our brain like rubber band.
Okay.
Yeah, and to create greater balance in our brain.
Of
Sounds
course.
easy, right?
Okay.
There you
It
go.
sounds my brain is imbalanced right now.
Yeah. Right.
Now, those of you watching, right, as I demonstrate and as Denise is playing and Sue and I are attempting to do it as well, right, play along with us and see how many you can get in that 30 seconds and then put it in the comment. Let us know how many times you successfully did those movements. Okay? Cool. Now, this first move, it's called thumb and pinky. So basically, your hands, just put it out like that.
Uh-huh.
Thumb, pinky. Okay? And then you swap thumb, pinky.
Oh.
Okay? So it's like that. Like that. Again. Okay, so those of you watching, play along with us and let us know how many you can get in 30 seconds. Now, Sue, step that side a bit so that we can put the clock in the center here. Let's have the clock up. Okay, 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Hi. We should so find some music to play with this, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Which is thumb, which is pinky already?
Tell me, Pinky. That's a great
Which
question.
is thumb, which is pinky? Tell me.
Oh my goodness. I've never exercised my fingers and my
Wait a
thumbs.
minute.
Look at my
Okay.
hand.
This is super fun.
Now, how many did you get? Put it in the comment. How many did you get? How many did we get?
Oh gosh. Now I can do pretty good.
Apparently our counter have challenges counting because movements like this. How thumb become Thumby? Someone just cracked a joke. Thumb and pinky become Thumby. Okay, so this is one exercise. Hopefully the next one our counter can count properly lah, because apparently it was so messy, 3 of us doing that he could not count.
So you are challenging us or challenging the counter?
This is the perfect example of your brain being overwhelmed.
How about this, audience? You count for us, right? Someone count for Sue, someone count for Denise, someone count for me. See how many we can get. Okay?
Sensible.
This next one is called triangle circle. Left hand, draw circle. Right hand, draw triangle at the same time.
Oh shit.
I don't know how to
Oh, I
draw
swear.
all
I'm
of them.
sorry. Now I'm circling both. Oh.
Yeah, so audience, help us count. Our counter having challenges. Sue, step there again. Let's have the
Okay.
time be here.
Am I so big? Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Ready? Go!
Hey,
I-
circle.
Circle,
Oh my god, it
circle.
become a long line already. Goodness.
Circle, triangle.
Somebody keep some
Oh my
count.
God.
Do it pretty damn
Circle,
good.
triangle.
Oh my god. I'm
Oh my
amazed.
God. I think I I'm not drawing circle, neither drawing circle nor triangle.
My hands keep going all the way there. I don't know what am I drawing. Audience, are you? Oops.
Oops. Yes.
Let us know
Come. Let
how
us know.
many
Yeah.
do we get.
I think I'm
Make
pretty
someone
good.
mention my name. Siu.
I cannot seems to coordinate what's happening. Denise
Suspense.
28.
28.
Wow!
Yes.
Now I wonder, what about Sue and myself? Anyone count for Sue and myself? We are waiting. Come on, let us know. Lost count,
Lost
someone
count.
said.
Wow, lost count.
I know why. Cause my finger keep going like that.
At least I'm drawing something, but I'm not sure what I'm drawing.
Now, Denise, let me
Yes.
quickly ask you. I know this game we are just playing for fun and things like that, right? Does this remind you about building habits?
Definitely. I think for me, I'm better with shapes, and because I've been doodling things. So maybe it's autopilot, like we just talked about.
Yes.
That's definitely really, really good observation. It's super fun game, especially left and right brain has to like kind of have its own thing going.
Yeah.
That's super fun.
I attempted to do, now I'm the one who found this game, right? And I've been practicing and I still can't, I can't do it. It's almost like riding a bicycle. Just started to ride a bicycle. I think I just went both circle.
Ah.
Now, audience, do you want to do one final play? All you need to do is very, very simple. Both Sue and I are going to count for Denise. Okay?
Yes.
You are going to do along with Denise and then comment how many did you get. Okay? Ready? Let's do a last 30 seconds before we go back to all the questions that we want to ask you, Denise. Right?
Nice.
Producer, clock.
So which one am I doing?
Which one do you want to do, Denise?
Of course, it's circle and triangle.
Okay, just because you score high, right?
Take advantage.
Let's count, Sue. Okay?
Yes.
Now, play along and see how many you can get. Okay? Ready? 30 seconds on the clock. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Uh-oh.
That one cannot count 28, 29.
Okay.
There was one that went like triangle both sides.
I saw 34 movement. It's a
Wow.
ellipse.
I count when it's only coordinated. I counted 29 lah.
I saw 33 movement in total.
Wow, Denise,
Very
someone
good.
won. Someone
Wow.
beat you to it. Elaine
Whoa,
got
Elaine.
33.
Excellent. Good job.
Seafood. Yeah. Right. Well, wanna know my little intention of playing this game?
Sure,
And where is
absolutely.
that?
Because I thought it is really like a great way for us to even practice for our brain to get used to unused habits, behaviors, so that it helps with building habits.
Great start. Start something small. That's how it
Did
goes.
I achieve my intention, Denise?
Nice. This is very supportive practice.
Nice, right? So if you want to continue playing this, I've been practicing even this and I still stumble. Okay, now as we head back to our Q&A hall where we ask you more questions, see what we're gonna
Yes.
do right now?
For sure, we have another tips. Tips number 2 for tonight. Let's just show you. Hello again. So
What was
we
the
were
question?
saying just now, right?
Yeah.
How not to overwhelming
Well-
our brain. Actually, my brain was overwhelming by TT just now.
Totally
How
get you. Totally get you. I'm in the same boat as you, man.
overwhelmed by her. So now you have to cool it down. So how to cool it down? Exactly like question at the right time.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. One practice that I want to invite everyone to experiment is a gratitude practice. So when we are thinking of buying things, clicking that buy button, the shopping cart, what is it they're grateful for? So when we are grateful for things around us, people around us, that's less likely you're trying to fill a vacuum to say, oh, I need this. It's a very simple practice. What are you grateful for every day? 3 things. It can be as simple as I have fresh water in the tap. Being grounded with yourself is a pretty good and supportive habit that you want to have.
Okay, so you have very high awareness, right? How about when we first start out in developing a new habit, we may not be as aware of like, that snap moment to break ourselves away from the environment, to do this gratitude exercise. How do we catch that snap moment, right? That millisecond.
Oh yeah. I didn't start out doing that like straight away. It started out very, very small. And it could be as simple and small, where you look at the mirror and say, hey, I'm grateful for today because it's a new day. It can be so small. And where the awareness is built, it's the same as stitching habits. You start one thing at a time, like one Lego brick at a time, if that makes sense.
It makes sense to me because I get it, right? But I just wanted to look at like what happens when we stumble, like you say just now,
Yeah.
feeling guilty, and then
Yes.
catching, and I don't know if we somehow get into this whole whirlwind of catching.
Yeah. When we fall off track, I spend too much money in a cafe, you will have this guilt and shame, and this is a common human experience. We take it and say, oh, this is happening, and yes, I feel bad, but we also can take it, oh, it's a lesson. We can take it forward into our life, and that is also treating life there's only celebration when you hit a milestone and having lessons. So don't put yourself into like bottom of the valley, because that's definitely not going to help you come back up to be on track again.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone said, great tip, Denise. I say thank you to the Almighty every day when I wake up in the morning.
There you go.
Wonderful
That's
habit.
beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah. Right. Since we're in line with this, just very quickly, how does being grateful changes habits?
For me, at least, it's less of a vacuum. You feel that you have a definition of enough, whether it's a plant or doodle or just a cafe with a friend. Doesn't have to have cheesecake to make that happen, right? So one of the things that having meaningful relationship is one of the good ways to do it. Well, I'm one of those, okay, foodie per people and want to have good company at the same time. So if I eat out way too much, it's bad for my bank account as well as my health. So one of the things that you can always experiment is invite friends over, have tea and cake. I think 2 weeks ago I was at Simon's session and it's like, no, ask your friend to bring the cake and you just have the tea.
That is a smart
Perfect.
way.
Oh my God. Siu, what other question do we have for Denise, Siu?
So I'm just thinking this changing, like right now we are a bit like changing the focus point on the gig to appreciating our friend, right? So how
Yeah.
can we make these things stick, our new habit to stick? Because
Okay.
you may just went off after some times, right? Then I put back my
Yes.
focus on the food, the cheesecake.
Good. That's a good one. So cheesecake is actually a good celebration for every milestone. So how do you make that stick? Instead of celebrating every day with cheesecake, you can also stack up your celebration. So let's say your financial goal is saving that $5,000 for the program or course you want to take. So every week, or every second week, every month, you will hit a milestone, and that's why you celebrate, right? You don't have to always have cheesecake. It can be as simple as doing a victory dance, like I'm awesome, or like sometimes I do on my own, is I sing my heart out. It's like 我和你吻别, just go like unreasonably flamboyant and loud. Just go for it. Especially when we want to make a habit fun and pleasurable. Go for it. This is your time, man.
You probably hear my husband complain.
My wife. Are you crazy?
Now, our viewers, do you have any challenges that you want Denise to solve for you in terms of building your habits, right? What are the things that you want to break and things like that? Feel free to just ask Denise, right? Now, talking about, just now we've been talking a lot about building habits, right? How about the other way around? So let's say I have a unsupportive habit like shopping until it's excessive, excessive shopping. How do I break that?
Cool. I like to have this game called Play Catch that I learned from many people. Actually, I have a lot of support structure around it, and I know that I focus on one bad habit. Denise likes to eat snacks after 10 o'clock. That's the one habit that I'm like, that's not gonna hold. So I will write down whenever I break that habit, like in a post-it or something. And when it's hit the fifth time, I actually have to buy my boyfriend a fancy coffee, which is like even worse for my savings, right? So catch yourself. If you're catching yourself 2 to 3 times excessive shopping, that's enough to say something is leaking. We need to tweak. Now is the chance to tweak the experiment, right? Like, how can I put friction in between me and that money that I can always spend?
So it sounds like you have someone supporting you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she talked about support structure. So what is actually the support structure you are referring to?
Cool. Support structure can reach. Yeah.
You can buy me also, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So pick a friend that you will give a reward when you have fallen off track and make a deal out of it, right? And that reward to your friend or someone else has to be painful enough, but not detrimental, not devastating everything that you have. Because when that happens, your brain is like, uh-oh, this is not good, and get a bit twisted over time. Another way of building support structure is accountability buddy. One way to accountability buddy is like I announce my goal to my boyfriend. And it's like, I'm going to hit this milestone. And this way I'm asking for his help to say, keep me on track. Because if you have an accountability buddy that you announce to, you're more likely to fulfill that and keep your own words, having the integrity in your own words and believing it, you can achieve it. One mindset that I would like to highlight here is, hey, building habit is a skill. And everybody learns a skill like riding a bike, making coffee. So building habits is definitely a skill everyone can pick up.
Awesome. Now, I like what you said, Siew pula Denise. I like what you said just now, right? Find a friend whom you will reward when you break your habits a couple of times. Viewers, Siew and I are open. We will be your buddy. We are more than happy to be rewarded.
There's an important question to Denise also. I'm your friend, right?
Yes. And
the accountability party will be your partner, so I will take that. I will do my friend job.
Yeah, taking reward from you.
See,
Do you have any habits that you want to break, Denise?
Great. Exactly.
Actually, you made me think of changing a habit, right? It's not a things that we should achieve it by ourselves alone. Actually, we should get some support.
Yeah,
right.
You can go far alone, but you go further when you're together with someone.
You make it sound so easy, like everything is like easy, breezy.
Oh, years of falling off track, like bruised all the time. That's the thing about falling off track. Once you bruised, you're like, okay, time to, fix something here. It's definitely a really hard path to break it, because as you have mentioned, your brain has all the neuron path built, and to save energy on the brain, it just keep wanting to go back to that. This is how your brain works. So make a structure that helps yourself, because you know that your brain is super resistant to changes.
Can we just use scissors and cut it?
Yes.
Let's cut Siew.
Cut my hair first, 3 months.
We're friends, so let's do that.
Right. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there that says, oh, it takes 21 days to build a habit. Some even say 40 days. My God, 21 days to 40 days, for example, me, I have a sweet tooth of not having any dessert, right? It's like, However, in your experience, how long does it take for it to stick?
Research show 30 days. Me, I take 40 days. By far, this is how my observation is. Some people will take faster and some people shorter. My design of the small portion, it really affects the time I pick up the habit. This is not, be patient. This is not something that you can just switch the next day. When everybody watch YouTube, and what I really like to remind myself is a 6-year-old learning a skateboard trick. You go slide on the pipe and then you come down. Imagine how many times the kid has to fall on the bump before he gets that. A lot. Really a lot. Have the compassion with yourself to say, I'm learning this brand new thing that I've never done before or haven't fallen on my butt enough, but I'm going to get in there and continue to experiment and design what works for you.
Oh, compassion also.
Compassion. I'm just thinking also, she talked about patience also. 40 days, right? You need a lot of patience also. If I really feel impatient about it on the day 20, I really feel like I cannot take it anymore. I must go for it.
So the question is, what is your strategy to go over those temptations, right? If you plan that strategy and you execute it, you're more likely to succeed it. So plan it like the cheesecake is calling you, or you want to do body movement. If you just want to say, hey, I will call you every time I want to eat cheesecake. That's for help. A rant buddy, that's another buddy you can have.
So I should
next
call
time you call me,
yes.
I eat for you.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking I should call the one I like or the one I hate.
Well, now you
Because
know.
you avoid to call him,
comes
right?
to.
Then you don't want to fall into the thing of a cheesecake.
Of course, you want to have the agreement from your friend to say, just bear with me. I need a renting buddy, and this is how it works. So this is how. Okay, let's keep the strong bonding you have with your friends. Let's keep it that way.
Okay, got it.
Still, we have a new question from our audience.
Yeah, any software application help to build good habits?
Ooh, the ones that you track all your expenses directly linked to your bank account. I use something from here, Sphere, but Malaysia probably have something like that. It automatically knows what category those are. Having that clarity is super important, is super useful. I'm wondering, okay, another support structure that I'm thinking about is who do you get guidance and support from? It could be Kitty and Sue, it could be Simon. So they probably have smart apps that you already can link to your bank account and say, if I eat at this restaurant, it's a restaurant expense. If I'm shopping at grocery, it's a grocery expense. So that clarity is extremely, extremely useful.
Well, our bank account are always open. If you have challenges saving money, transfer lah. I'm kidding.
I think Malaysia, some of the bank do have these features. The only thing I would say, maybe for Malaysians, we have normally more than one bank account and more than one credit card. So the thing is not linked in between the bank itself. That becomes challenging to monitor.
So the research is worth the while, or build one, start a business, or build one that can connect those data, even if you want to like have a habit of exporting Excel or something. That would be one business idea, definitely.
I think there's already a function in our bank account that says auto transfer some amount to somewhere every month kind of thing, right?
Yes, there's
an
auto
transfer function. That's super useful, but if you want to consolidate, have clarity what you spend on, so you want to have another solution for that.
Auto transfer for savings lah.
Yeah, but I think what we're talking about is having clarity what you spend on, like you're already like using money on. Where's your leakage?
We won't auto transfer for expenses ma. I will auto transfer. Oh wait, except for things like electricity and maybe my internet. But the rest is like is very conscious. So savings, that's one hack I think. Right? Yes. Just auto transfer.
Definitely.
To another account that doesn't have any credit card, like debit card.
Yes.
No access.
Don't have any ATM card.
Yeah. So that's the one. That's exactly the one you're putting friction between yourself and that savings account.
Yeah. Good point.
We have one more question. Yes. It's from Ron. He's asking, how do you prevent going back to unsupportive habit unconsciously? I think this is a great question.
That's a very good question. I usually use the commitment. What are you doing to be committed and have the integrity of your own words to that goal? And okay, let's say you're saving for your children's education fund, and ask, how important is that to you? How would it look like to reach that goal? If of course you will fall off track, but merely coming back to be on track again. So it's not so much of how many times you fall, it's more like how many times you get up and be on track again. So that is the resilience I would like to invite everyone to experiment. This is the mindset practice. You can see there's a practical practice of, auto transfer money, how much to spend and stuff, but there's a mindset practice where, because your mind is always with you 24/7. This is where you're going to make best friends with.
Well, it sounds like, dang, it just flew out of my mind.
So this sounds like the mindset is playing a part in developing our habits. So
definitely.
Yes, what is the mindset would support us in building the new supportive habits?
Yeah, we talked about being committed, legally, ethically, morally, being committed to a goal, right? Let's put it that way. Another one is we talked about habit is a skill. You can learn it. That mindset is not so much of I'm a failure, I'm good for nothing. No, the naysayer will come. You need to be able to say, oh, it's here. I want to put it in a purple bag and say goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, now I get it. It sounds like you said that as long as you have a great reason for shift, you are likely to make it happen more than not having a reason.
Yeah, if your commitment is like meh, you're not so clear about your goal, probably. Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. How clear is that goal to you?
Yeah. Siu, what new
Yes.
habits you want to build, Siu?
Yes.
What habit I want to build? Likely will be the eating habit, change of eating habit first.
Oh, yeah. I'll join you.
Eating habit. Okay. I
Eating.
become your reward buddy, yeah?
Yes, sure. I will reward you with my food. Then you take my size.
Okay. Anyway, right? Thank you so much, our viewers, for all the questions. This is all the time we have for today. Now, before we go, Denise, thank you so much for being here today. And we understood that you brought some gifts, right? But before we go to the gift, I think Siu have something to ask you.
Sure.
Yeah, so before we go, okay, what is my mind again? So, before we let you go, so why don't you share a little bit more about what you do?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm a life coach and I'm expanding my client base. You can find me at denise.com. Denise, I'll spell it out, DNISETHAM.com. Please book me for a complimentary session. Let's find areas that we can create possibilities together.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh.
Right now, if you want to explore more with Denise, our teammates will be posting her link in the comments shortly, right? Just go ahead. It's complimentary anyway. That is the first gift.
Yes,
I
and
heard
he
you have
also have a
another
gift
gift.
for us to give out to us, to our real wonderful viewer tonight, right? So can you just tell me more about your gift for tonight?
Yes, I have the pleasure of writing an ebook together with Kitty, and it's called Building Habits. It's letting you jumpstart your habits and making them sustainable. If you need any help, just come and talk to us.
Oh, great.
Fantastic. How
Yes.
ask you? How to get
So-
her ebook?
No, our team, you're going to post a link for you to download it in our chat also as a gift. You just need to key in a 3-line information, then you can get the link to download the ebook. It's pretty much easy.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for all
Thank
your
you.
amazing gifts, right? Your time being here today, your complimentary session that anyone can book, right? And also the honor of me writing a book with you that we're giving out today. So make sure to look at the comment segment. So thank you
Yes.
so much, Denise. Right?
Sure.
Yep.
There's so much more that I want to ask you, but unfortunately, we got to wrap it up, right? I just wanted to quickly wrap this up by asking you, what parting wisdom would you share with our viewers for today and for the rest of their life, hopefully?
Just start. It's not going to be perfect. In fact, it's going to be messy. Just start anyway.
Okay, just start first, then you learn from that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I love how she said it's going to be messy. It's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's okay. Just start anyway. I think after this, we are all not sponsored by Nike, but we are all gonna go with Nike's slogan, just do it.
Yes. Get it messy.
Nike, You can place your logo here. Just need to sponsor our show. I'm kidding.
You should say you can pick a place to put your logo here. Thanks,
Okay,
Denise.
thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How
So
about we
good to be
look
here.
at
Thank
the
you.
practice of the day?
Oh, let's look at the practice of the
Practice
day.
on the day while Denise leaving the TV. Whoa, time flies.
Yeah.
Every time
Oh,
we do
God.
this show, right, I keep feel like I still want to continue to interview our expert. Just so much
No.
more, so much more to ask.
Yeah, I feel that too, right? Now, our viewers, thank you so much for saying thank you to us. But we just wanted to know, what do you all think? Put in the comment and let us know if you think our session now is about 1 hour-ish. I think we have not exceeded 1 hour 15 minutes. Is this period of time good, or do you think it would be great for us to extend to maybe 2 hours so that we can squeeze more out of the experts that we bring in, right? So just let us know, do you want to keep the current timing or extend to 2 hours? Do us a favor for easy searching. Just do there, hashtag WOW, right? Hashtag, WOW, right? And then put your comment there so that we know to look out for that, okay?
Yes.
Now,
So-
once again, we are very, very grateful, right, Siu?
Yes.
Huh?
So yeah, grateful we have all the excellent guests we have for all this while. Right.
Yeah. Very,
so-
very bad.
Yeah.